Randolyn Vassell.
So I spent some time with Rennie earlier in the week, and he told me, get up there, wing it. That's where it comes from the heart. He forgot one thing. I'm 10 months post-chemo, and the brain doesn't operate that way yet. So here we go. Ovarian cancer survivor, ovarian cancer awareness, find the teal in every day, no ovarian, kick ovarian cancer, never give up, punch cancer in the face, kicking cancer's peach, lady balls, we can leave that one to the Canadians to be so bold, and not today. January 19th, 2017 was a day that changed my life forever. A hard line was drawn that no matter how badly I want to, I cannot go back across. The words, honey, I'm sorry, you have ovarian cancer, it's aggressive, and we need to get you to an oncologist quickly, came between me and the Chick-fil-A that my mom would be bringing home to me, which I never ate. At 36 years of age, I was a part-time single mom of 2 young children about ready to take on the battle of her life. I never saw cancer survivor being added to my title, let alone the word ovarian in front of it. The cantaloupe-sized dermoid cyst they thought I had, causing unbearable pain, had in fact turned out to be high-grade ovarian cancer. Things moved very quickly from there. 2 business days later, I would meet my oncologist, who would perform my debulking surgery 4 days after our first meeting, who would administer my first dose of chemotherapy 3 weeks after that, and who helped me and has helped me get through the past 15 months, and whom I now consider a friend. She's sitting in this room tonight. How do you know you're in the right hands when you have to make life choices quickly? I tell everyone the same thing when asked this question. I didn't know, until I heard these words. Hi, my name is Andrea. I'm sorry we have to meet under these circumstances, which was quickly followed by a genuine hug. And I have received one every day since that I see her. Prior to being diagnosed, what did I know about ovarian cancer? Nothing, except that in more cases than not, the outcome was very grave. No one ever told me about the symptoms or that it could happen to someone my age. I had no clue that the weight loss, exhaustion, lower back pain, UTI-like symptoms, and the labor-like abdominal and pelvic pain that would land me in the emergency room were all telltale signs. No one ever told me I was not screened for this during my annual exam, and the number of young women who do not know this is staggering. The question I was asked most often by my friends and some of my acquaintances was, when was the last time you had your annual exam? The look you get when your response is, there isn't a preventative screening test in place for ovarian cancer, it's not part of your annual exam, is not one you will forget. I'm sure it's the same one I had on my face as I was scouring the internet trying to figure out how this happened to me. To this day, we still do not know how I ended up with ovarian cancer or why they would find endometrial cancer during the debulking process. Until hearing the words, ovarian cancer, just like some of you, I had no idea what those phrases I rattled off in the beginning meant. I didn't know they'd become part of my daily hashtags on social media. You see, those are some of the words and key phrases ovarian cancer organizations and women, and some of my closest survivor friends use to bring awareness to this deadly disease, to meet other women going through similar situations, and to connect with those who are longtime survivors. It's the way we share our journey, the way we make more people aware of what to look for. Which one of those out of the ones I rattled off was mine? Kick ovarian cancer. Some of you by now have leaned over to the person next to you and asked, what stage was she diagnosed in? I am one of the lucky ones. One of the 3,300-ish people out of 22,240 estimated to be diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 2017, diagnosed in the early stages. Even more remarkable, the fact that my age bracket makes up only 6.9% of those diagnosed annually. That is 1,530. I was diagnosed at stage 1C, something that rarely happens with the type of ovarian cancer I was diagnosed with or someone my age. I knew I had two choices after finding out I had dodged a major bullet. I could take the treatments and be on my merry way and pretend this never happened at all of which I knew wasn't possible, even though I really wish I could forget some days. Or I could use my voice and I could share my story. In hopes of bringing more light to the whisper you have to pay attention to in order to hear, so more women would have a fighting chance. If I'd have chosen the first, the easier of the two, I'd have been doing a lot of injustice to those women who have been diagnosed and who will be diagnosed in the future. And for those of you who know me, you know I don't do easy. For those of you who don't know me very well, here's a taste of what's in store for the next 5 months. Hiking a rim to rim to rim of the Grand Canyon in less than a month, and riding the 100-mile portion of the Pedal to the Cause event in September with the Gynoc team, which I am also co-captaining with Dr. Hageman this year. Come find me if you'd like to join us. We got lots of open spaces. You don't ride, they provide spin bicycles for you. When Susan asked me if I would be open to speaking at tonight's gala over the summer, I had no idea what I would share with you. What could I say that might make a difference? That would resonate when you walked out of the doors this evening. All of you here, more than likely, know something about ovarian cancer. 2 other women before me were single moms as well. And then I remembered what my friend Andrea said to me at the Family Rocks event in October. Many of your first thoughts when I walked up here this evening were probably, wow, she doesn't look sick at all. You'd never know she was less than a year out from her last treatment. And my response back to you would either be, looks could be deceiving if you only knew, based on the company I was in, or I don't want to look sick, none of us do. I'm probably in the best shape I've ever been in my entire life. Why? Because I can be. Because my life depends on it. Because all of us need to be in the best possible shape we can be in order to lower the chance of us landing in an oncologist's office. Or if you're like me, and this stupid thing called cancer decides to rear its ugly head anyway, you're in the best fighting shape you possibly can be. The decisions we make, from the foods we fuel our bodies with to the amount of fitness activity we get weekly, all play a key role in the world of cancer. It keeps cancer cells dormant, lowers the amount of inflammation in your body, reduces stress, and prepares you to take on whatever possible fight may come your way. Trust me, it's the reason I fared so well when it came to recovery treatments, and it's the reason several of my stage 3 ovarian cancer survivor friends are still with us today. Is it a challenge for me? Absolutely. My body does not operate in the manner it once did. Some days it says, nope, not happening, sit back down. And most days I feel like someone is standing on my chest during cardio sessions. And others, I have to up my mental game when my ankles feel like caving in just to keep my balance. It makes me angry when these things happen, which in turn pushes me that much harder. All of us can do hard things. We were made to do hard things. If you've been blessed with a healthy body, please don't take it for granted. Take care of it. Work out. Feed it the proper nutrients it needs in order to maintain that status. Am I perfect? Not hardly, but any change is a step in the right direction. Kick Ovarian Cancer is not only one of the many hashtags I use daily, it's my not-for-profit as well. What started as a blog to share some things along the way quickly turned into something more. I am happy to say that less than 14 months since my first post revealing I had ovarian cancer, it has become more of a community with a small fundraising component. It has allowed me to share my own experiences with ovarian cancer and help fighters, survivors, and thrivers along the way, all while accomplishing the one thing that not many of us diagnosed at a younger age knew: creating awareness about ovarian cancer in order to help women recognize what to look for, enabling them to hopefully have a fighting chance. Earlier this month, we had our second virtual group session where we kind of get together and we share what's going on. And unless you're in a survivor's seat, nobody else can really understand, no matter how badly you may want to. Locally, we've had one wellness event with another one on tap for next month. Tuesday will be 1 year since my fourth chemo treatment. The one that hit me the hardest and landed me back at the treatment center the second day after receiving it. The one where Jackson would come up to me in my bedroom to show me something before he left for school. And I couldn't even open my eyes to look at him. But mustered up the energy to mumble out something along the lines of, "That's great, buddy." I'm constantly asked why I push myself so much. The answer is twofold. Because I'm able to and I can, being the first, but also because it's my therapy. It keeps my mind distracted. It's my way of coping at the moment. I'm not quite ready to sit with my thoughts on all that's transpired, and when I'm ready, I will. Until then, I keep my plate pretty full doing the things I enjoy, doing the things I need to in order to stay healthy, doing things to turn this whisper into a roar for this deadly disease. Don't wait until it's too late. Go out and do the things you've always wanted to. Use your voice. It's there for a reason. And take whatever precautionary means necessary to prevent yourself from ending up in an oncologist's office. Or if you do, that you're there in your tip-top shape. Remember, it's never too early or too late to work towards being the healthiest you. Thank you to everyone in this room for coming out tonight to support not only Sloka, but those of you that have been affected by ovarian cancer. It's time to break the silence on this deadly disease. It's time to give women a fighting chance. And until there is a solid preventative screening test in place, the only way to accomplish this is to keep talking about the signs and symptoms and using our voices to spread awareness.
Before we do all that, another round of applause for one of the strongest women